Hey, is Retro okay? I know we've been delayed this review long enough. Yeah, no, he, actually, just ruined another, Nerf mod. Didn't you? I break everything that I touch! Oh, shit. Hey. Everybody, what's up? This is Retrokid Reviews with the... Oh, Real Nerf, jail. How's the league been? Pretty good. We were doing obligations to, well, look, our condolences to, Retrokid's, shutdown, if anything else. Thank you, thank you, Supergirl, nonetheless. Oh, wow, working names, you totally forgot. Look, it's gonna be like that for a while, alright? He's just, it's not gonna be that kind of month. Oh, okay. So, we're ready to do, part 2 here? Yes, yeah, totally. Okay, so lore updates and, anything you guys want to talk about real quick, because I got a lot to set up here. Sure, I got this, League Protocol stand down. Come on, he'll be surprised now what I'm in or what. About what? The comics are actually pretty good, and there's not really much going on our end threat-wise. Are you sure about that? Look, do you want another vampire apocalypse or not? No. Also, why is that becoming a thing in Marvel? We don't know either. Anyway, hello everyone, this is the Real Nerf Hood. This is Retrokid Reviews. And, yes, this is going to be our probably second to last RT-related project that we're going to be reviewing, mainly due to the shutdown that happened earlier this year. So, with that all being said, what the hell is that? Minecraft. I told you you wouldn't get it. And I owe you a bunch of money, as usual. Oh, is it 20 or 30? More like, about the same. So, anyway, part 1 was, basically, the League in, obviously, RWBY's universe with, Chandler, Riggs of Carl! It was freaking Carl from The Walking Dead, okay? Yes, I think we mentioned in part 1, card above, as usual. So, on to part 2 is where where RWBY gets to go to, the second half of this, crossover into, the League's, in the DC universe. And if I told you that, I don't know, I was gonna see Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey as, Kal-El and Diana, it was, pretty cool nonetheless. Yes, also, you were saying this in the Slack that for some reason... Oh yeah, the League has a Slack, long story short. Let's put it in the canon. Fine, it's a canon event, whatever. Thank you. Also, what was a Chetney Pokapi and something about death wishes and having the same, I guess, story subplot element that Miss RWBY over there was going through, I guess, throughout volumes, what was it, 7 through 9? It's what they call seasons in their universe, Kara. Oh, now you get my real name. It takes a while, alright? Thank you, Jessica. Speaking of, yeah, I got to see adult version of you, and it's more or less the same. There are some returning actors from part 1 to be the older versions of the League, mainly because it was mostly Cyborg, if I remember correctly. Yeah, same thing here too. Also, for Team RWBY, they get a little bit of upgrades. In case you can see in the cover, I think Weiss got to be basically the same with her. Actually, no, she didn't get any semblance powers coming into our universe. Same goes for one half of the Yang ship over here. And Yang just basically thriving being with Diana and the rest of the women of the League, because yeah, Vixen had history with them in part 1. In case you could tell, go to the previous review on that one. And I had history with them, and that was pretty cool. Who also had history with this part was mainly the Flash sitting out, mainly because other than Jason over here trying to not do Ezra Miller jokes. Oh, come on! It was gonna be fresh at the time. More or less, but him having PTSD of Kilgore and everything, and we got an answer to who was going to be the villain on the RWBY half of this crossover in our universe, no less, and it was something Cogsworth. He's a thing, right? More or less. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Arthur Cogsworth. Wow, I haven't heard him since, like, I don't know, post Volume 3 seasons, I want to say. Yeah, it could show on your end. Anyway, V infused though on the second half because, guys, you saw some of the preview thumbnails. Yeah, Maxwell freaking Jacob Freeman of AEW fame is Killer Croc. long story short, I kind of have history of Croc, and sometime I go to Arkham, sometime I don't go to Arkham arcs, and in my books, and yeah, he's kind of the odd man out in the voice cast, but it was weird nonetheless. So anyway, the finale was pretty much just a generic, hey, how about we just do Kilgore's plan, but like Uno reverse it onto Cogsworth over here. Sorry, author. Or I'm trying. Okay, I got back into like Red Dead Redemption, not totally because of that Resident Evil 3 voice actor. Oh, Nicole Tompkins, that's actually not bad. Let's play streams of it. Whatever. I need to, oh, you're really gonna do the money meme after what, 6 years? Shut up, Retro. Final thoughts, go. I'll start with RT first. It was an awesome company. I really loved it, and I'm probably gonna have more closing thoughts when I get to the Red vs. Blue final review. Can you tell we woke up for this? No, you did. Didn't you just do a night patrol? I'm not groggy at all. You are human. You know that, right, Jason? Whatever. Final thoughts, go. Look, I'll talk more about the company itself, but the final stream was always like wishy-washy on like how everyone felt about the company and stuff like that. But I honestly felt it was necessary for the vibes. Till Bernie showed up and showed how to really celebrate RT as a whole, and probably should have stayed and not be in Scotland the last 4 years. Yes, we got an answer to where he was all along. He has a podcast. I'll leave the links down below. Didn't want this to be link heavy. My overall thoughts of this crossover was good. What you can do with the material, and I guess to put it in terms of like old crossovers that DC's done in the past in the 90s. Oh, don't bring Marvel into this. Well, I'm going to. I'm going to say it's their attempt at being a well-done crossover. And to say I'm referencing my time seeing and talking to RWBY fans right after the final stream ended a few nights back. Hi, by the way, to those guys, by the way, who subscribed to me, just letting you know that this is what you guys signed up for. Sorry in advance, as usual. Hand usually when I'm talking real over here. Anyway, back in the character, and losing my voices aside, yeah, I can see why RWBY was going through her death wish run, which kind of, again, I was trying to have the big bulk of the jokes to be essentially Chetney related with Critical Role stuff, but I don't know, referential stuff aside, my overall thoughts with crossover, it could be better. I'll be honest, it could have been anything like comics and stuff like that. Also, speaking of the RWBY fan base, a lot of them were like pitching for years that RWBY should cross over with My Hero Academia, and honestly, I could kind of see it if they ever get picked up for like Marvel, which I don't think they ever will. We get it. You want them to do X-Men crossover because of the school stuff back in their early volumes. We get it. Really? All right, I kind of sort of prepped and didn't skim the Slack messages. Well, it still sounds like it did. All right. My portion of both parts, for part 2, I'll say 4 out of 5. Long story short, it's a little high on my rating, I'll agree, but when are you ever gonna see Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF himself, as Croc? Yes, he's underutilizing it. It's one of those weird casting decisions that is more entertaining than the crossover itself. I'm happy that you have a RWBY villain that makes sort of sense to be in our universe, but at the same time, why? Cora, you now this is the rating portion, which is because this what does it? We can't do it in My Planet's metrics. Wow, have you all been skimming? Okay, we haven't done Gallo talk in a while here. Fine, honestly, I get it. 7 out of 10, I guess. Look, it could be worse as far as the casting goes, like usual, but honestly, the fact that you get some resolution to the plot lines that was happening in Part 1 is better than nothing, and it is a little high given what happened to the shutdown of RT, so my condolences still to the company there, and for everyone who has found jobs and stuff after the fact, I do see what you're saying. Okay, that's the closest to saying I'm familiar with your game kind of stuff. That's not bad. Jess, same thing, 7 out of 10? Yeah, basically on the league metrics, so I'm guessing yours? Across the board, yeah, 7 out of 10. Like, yeah, it's way too high for a crossover like this. I'll be the first to admit it, but for part 2, I'll be generous and give it that mainly because of everything and the circumstances of this falling under 2 parts, mainly probably because of the writer's strike last year, and also mainly because of RT shutting down. Again, like I said, I'll try to do my best to talk about Red vs. Blue as a whole when the final season drops later this month, probably next week. So with that said, what did you think of this long overdue review and getting the figure forms back for a thing like this? And end cards coming up to my failed mod here. Yeah, long story short, the Nerf Fortnite SBL is awesome right up until you have to mod the air restrictors and fix the slides. And why did it have the plastic pin, guys? I don't even know. Anyway, over there to my previous video, and to Jason over here, to the Critical Role shorts, or whatever you were totally not doing for X-Men 97 with that cameo. Okay, look, I was just as surprised he was showing up this early. It's like 8 weeks in, you Macy didn't show up at all? Oh, he could have showed up at the gala. Okay, fair. For that in the shorts. And for the girls, fellow combatants and fellow allies of the League, yes, us here to sub the channel, hit this notification bell down below. And until next time, and I am gonna need a new upgraded figure. You know that, right? Yeah, no doubt, Jess. Take care, subscribe, and we're really sorry what happened to RT. Seriously, Retro. We hope you're gonna be okay. Yeah, a lot of them got new podcasts and stuff like that. It's gonna be okay. Wait, really?